This is KCRW. The program is Morning Becomes Eclectic. I'm your host, Nick Harcourt, and would like to say a very good morning and welcome to Bill Fox. Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for coming in so early and promptly. We've been keeping you sitting around waiting for us this morning, but we appreciate you being here.
It's great to be here.
Before you play some music, let's tell a little bit about you and your new album for those listeners who may not be aware of you. You have a new CD out. It's called Transit Byzantium. Presume I'm saying it right, or Byzantium.
I think it's Byzantium.
Oh, see?
I think it could be. I don't know. Maybe
Byzantium.
Byzantium, I think.
All right. I can say transit.
You could say Byzantium. I think that sounds better, actually.
Transit Byzantium. Tell us where the album title comes from, seeing as we're spending so much time on it. What's Byzantium?
Byzantium.
Yeah.
It's like the meeting between two worlds, a spiritual realm.
Down there in the Middle East.
That rather than a material realm, the
Yeah.
ancient city Byzantium.
Okay, you've lost me already. No, I'm just pulling your leg. Before you put together this solo CD, you're probably best known for being a member and front person of the Mice, or was it just Mice?
That is right. Yeah, we were a three-piece garage trio.
From Cleveland. The band came out of Cleveland at the end of the 80s.
Cleveland, oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that band and how the sort of progress of the band, beginning, middle.
Yeah, we got together around 85 and split up in 88. Pretty good band, you know. My brother was the drummer, and we had a tremendous bass player, and we played basically in the Ohio region. And with a couple occasions back in 88, we broke out and went to Kansas City and Cincinnati, and we went up to Toronto, and then we disbanded.
So what have you been doing for 10 years?
Just hanging out.
Right.
Just hanging out, writing songs, working, trying to pay the bills.
Yeah. And how did you come to put this record together for, I guess it's through Spin Art, right?
Yeah, a couple years ago, a boss of mine actually sold me a 4-track for $100, and it was a nice machine. I learned how to use it after a couple days, and just started, laying down tracks as a hobby, and just developed into. I just started pouring out a lot of music and writing a lot of stuff, just writing stuff right away and laying it down, which I kind of like to do. I don't like going into studios and stuff. So I was able to just write a song and just lay it right down and have fun doing the multi-tracks and the double tracks. And it was just a hobby, And I had a lot of tracks put together, and somebody offered me some money to put it out. So I put some stuff out last year, and now we have a new CD out this year. And the first record that came out last year is going to be back out in October this year. So things seem to be kind of rolling.
That must be exciting to actually be out and doing your thing, playing your music.
Yeah, I haven't been this far away playing music, this far away from home playing music before, and I'm having a good time.
Well, that's terrific. We'll talk some more perhaps about the songs that are on Transit Byzantium a little later on. But maybe you could play us a couple of songs right now. I know you have 2 songs ready to start with.
Alrighty.
The first one is Untitled. Is that the name of the song?
I don't know what to call it. Maybe like Sad Regrets. I have no idea.
All right, maybe we could have a contest after you play it. This is Bill Fox on KCRW at Morning Becomes Eclectic.
Say there, baby, doll, if you got money, then I'll submit to help deliver you out of your bind. 'Cause I got candle strings, more than 1 billion wings. There ain't nothing yet that's been declined. Well, sure is a muddy trail, I'll have you carry the mail, trudging up and down those soggy tracks, from stone white minuets full of sad regrets. I'll have you get this message out to the shacks. Well, you don't get nothing for free, you knew that from your memory. Right after the first steel had been blown, I've been heaven sent, it's time to pay your rent, if there's anything that's left to call your own. Funny after all, we've been condemned to crawl while you sat there all pampered and drinking wine. I only stole a thief so I could grant relief unto all these servants on the vine. Honey, don't you weep no more, this ain't your candy store. Hell, it's been so hard just breathing through. Mountains caked with mud, valleys chilled with blood, and you know that I was sent to conquer you. Mighty hard road, and my poor hands are cold. My poor feet have traveled that long dusty road. From out of your dust bowl and westward we rolled, and your desert was hot and your mountains was cold. Well, I've worked in your orchards of peaches and prunes, slept on the ground neath the light of your moon. On the edge of your cities you'll see us, and then we come with the dust and we're gone with the wind. California, Arizona, I've picked all your crops. Then it's north up to Oregon to gather your hops. Dig the beets from your earth, cut the grapes from your vine, to set on your table your light sparkling wine. Green pastures of plenty from dry desert ground, from that Grand Coulee Dam where the water comes down. Every state in this union us migrants have been, and we'll work in this fight, and we'll fight till we win. Well, it's always we've rambled that river and high, along your great valleys I'll work till I die. My land I'll defend with my life if it be, 'cause my pastures of plenty must always be free. Always be free. Always be free.
Listening to Bill Fox drinking some water actually right now, but playing songs for us here at KCRW on Morning Becomes Eclectic. Bill, that song, what was the name of that
That
tune?
was Pastures Aplenty. That was old Woody Guthrie song.
What makes you cover something like that?
Because I can, almost.
No, you did a great job. Did you grow up sort of listening to folk music? I mean...
No, I grew up listening to rock and roll music.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
like The Who, The Clash, Sex Pistols, and The Jam, and Creedence Clearwater, and
all wonderful,
all kind of old stuff, you know.
All wonderful bands and influences,
Yeah.
And I guess with the Mice, that band was known for playing, I guess you'd call it power pop, something.
Yeah,
like
we played some aggressive British-oriented garage thrash.
I thought you were going to do that today. Actually, no, just joking. You've moved a little bit. I mean, you've grown, you've evolved as a songwriter. Clearly, I mean, you're playing stuff that I guess would fit into the folk groove or that kind of understanding.
Yeah, I enjoy doing this. I like the intimacy of it, and I don't hear. I have a hard time with a lot of stuff I hear nowadays, and I don't hear a whole lot of people going back and reflecting on the voices from the past, which I myself love to bask in. I love to go out and buy old box sets, old blues and folk, mostly hillbilly stuff.
What brought about that shift in understanding or shift in direction for you?
I don't know, Nick. It's just a difference in perspective. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. You know, I just kind of wanted to do this for a while, and you know, I plan on, you know, I love rock and roll, and I'm sure I'll be playing rock and roll again sometime. But you know, right now I just like doing this, and plus it's a lot easier than carrying around a bunch of equipment and buying amplifiers
and a whole band,
worrying about all that sludge.
Yeah.
Crap.
So it's just easier for you to be doing this right now, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, there must be some sort of spiritual thing behind this as well. I mean, there has to be, surely.
Of course. It you know, it's simpler, and just simplicity is spiritual in itself in some way, I think.
Okay. I know you have another Untitled song for us. Are these new songs not recorded? The couple of Untitled ones that you're playing for us?
Yeah, I don't have title for them yet.
Okay. Well, here's another one, and I know you're going to play two in a row for us now, and the second one is...
The stone down through the chains in the dust of Pharaoh. The stone down from the trail of an endless year that's pounded like drums, dissected by sums, mad law visions hung from trestles of our fear. Lift your dream through the heights of the emerald skyway. Tap your toes to the fields of the wailing earth. From plunder and rape and the need to escape what belongs to us all by our birth. Heed the feet, hear the groans of a dusty prisoner, dodging bullets enslaved in the rifle street, who wanders and strays to the edge of his days and surrender to the privilege of his beat. The snow now for the wheels of a truck that delivers food for the mouths of the open street. Call down for the men who consider again a beginning for the paths of their feet. New road out for the flight of a desperate sparrow. First flash found for a sign of the evening dove, threshing like a dart in the distant bliss apart. New cloth sounded for this land I love. Just for all you folks listening out there, this song is a track on my record, Transit Byzantium. Hold the bell, I carry news that I have got to tell. Hold your head out and you can hear my baby crying. Peter and Paul stare at the sky and wait for Jesus to fall. The only sound that they can hear is my baby crying. Investors of cash have only ears for a Wall Street crash. Pile up and throw a big Roman bash in celebration. Bodies relax exhale the smoke of trivial facts, which rises up to smother the sound of my baby crying. Sometimes I feel like a lover in vain. I fail to protect her from those forces of pain that so violently pierce her tender heart. My little maid is an embarrassment to heads of state, in other speeches claiming they don't hear my baby crying. Rumors abound. The peddler went and sold this thing that he found to hipster agents who will market the sound of my baby crying. Sometimes I feel like a lover in vain. I fail to protect her from those forces of pain that so violently pierce her tender heart. Bring out the shroud. Some rebel prophet just got stoned by the crowd that walked away and laughed out loud at my baby crying. I'm in despair. I hear it like a trumpet everywhere. How can I tell myself that I couldn't care about my baby crying? My baby crying. My baby crying. My baby crying.
KCRW is the radio station. My name's Nick Harcourt. The program is Morning Becomes Eclectic. The artist you're listening to is Bill Fox. Bill performs tonight at Luna Park along with Melissa Ferrick and Christy Kruger, as well as tomorrow, the 15th of July, at Spaceland along with Nothing Painted Blue and Jason Grissel, who I actually believe plays with you sometimes. Is that right? No?
I do not believe so.
It's going to be just playing with you at that particular
Alrighty.
that particular thing. Okay. Bill, the song you were just playing, as you said, was from your new album, Transit Byzantium. It's on the Spin Art record label, but originally I guess you signed to a little local label in Cleveland, right? Cherry Pop?
Yeah, that was actually my own label, actually.
Oh, that's you?
Somebody loaned me the money, and we put it out ourselves.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So did you actually put this CD out yourself, or was it the previous one? I know you
We
released...
have not put that CD out, but the first one was put out ourselves, and it
Right.
will be released again in October. But this was put out solely by Spin Art Records.
My Baby Crying is the name of the tune that you were just listening to, and earlier on we heard a couple of other songs that I guess are songs in progress, baby songs, because they don't have names yet. But
That's right.
They appeared pretty formed to me.
Sloppy, but they're getting there, you know. I'm probably one of the sloppiest guitar players around, but they're getting there.
What's the songwriting process for you? I mean, lyrically, clearly you're exploring aspects of yourself. Musically, I mean, do the songs come to you?
Yeah, I think that it's working with like just melodies and syllables, and then somehow the syllables form words, and then the words, maybe the syllables or a few words might spur imagination or something. I'll see a picture of something, not in a physical sense, but I'll get it in my imagination. I'll begin writing from there.
You were talking earlier on that you're not particularly fond of some of the music that's out there today.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I have a hard time sometimes with hearing these records that are done in all these in pristine studio sound and stuff. So I enjoy doing stuff, lo-fi recordings, and yeah, you know, I had a hard time during that. You know, I thought Nirvana was a great band, but I thought everything that came out after that was just a bunch of garbage, and I just had a hard time. I think a lot of people had a hard time, you know, withstanding all that torture that we had to go through listening to that stuff. I'm just glad that thing's over with.
There was an onslaught of angst.
Oh my gosh!
No doubt about it.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I like the angst from the late '70s with those bands, you know, those punk bands. But man, that grunge stuff is a bunch of garbage. it ticks me off. I just people getting up there singing that kind of thing.
What are you listening to yourself now? I mean, do you listen to other music? Is there anything that does turn you on?
Yeah, I've been listening to Jack Logan. He's a guy that down in Georgia, I guess. Someone told me he's like a gas station attendant down there, and all kinds of stuff. I always forget what I'm listening to recently, but I
actually heard that Jack Logan record, I think, that came out last year, and fine record, but didn't really get the attention it deserved, as so many records don't, I guess.
Yeah, that had some good stuff on it. Somebody just turned me onto it when I was up in Seattle the other day. Hadn't heard of it before.
So what are you doing this summer? Obviously, you're out with this record. You're playing shows. What are the plans?
Yeah, we're just about at the tail end of our tour here on the West Coast, and after this, I'm going to be heading back out east to the Boston and the New York area, Philly, and playing some more shows out there, and then I'll probably go home and start recording my new record that's going to be coming out late next year.
So plans are to work on another record, which will come out next year?
I'm going to lay down some tracks for a new record.
Are you going to keep it lo-fi? Are you going to keep it 4-track? Maybe.
I think I'm going to keep it pretty lo-fi. I think I'm going to keep it pretty modest.
Do you play with the band at all when you're out, or is it pretty much?
I occasionally play with a band. I have a band back in Cleveland called the Radio Flyers, and they're made up of some of the best musicians in Cleveland, and I've played with them on and off, and we've had a great time. And
is Cleveland still home to you?
It sure is.
You're still there?
Sure is.
How long have you been on the road this time? How long have you been away this trip?
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been about 3 weeks.
Ready to go home?
Yeah, I'm ready to go home. Yeah. Ready to roll back on home to Cleveland.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by the station and spending a little bit of time playing your songs for us this morning. I know we have another couple of songs to go. Let me just remind our audience again that you will be performing tonight at Luna Park with Melissa Ferrick and Christy Kruger, and tomorrow night at Spaceland with Nothing Painted Blue and Jason Grizel. You will also have an in-store performance this afternoon. You're busy on your trip to L.A.
Yeah.
Hear Music right here in Santa Monica at 2 p.m. We'll let you play us out. We have a couple of songs left. This is KCRW. The show's morning becomes eclectic, and when we're done listening to Bill, we'll give our subscribers an opportunity to win some tickets to go see Bill at Spaceland tomorrow. What's the song you're going to play for us now, Bill?
This is a song called Lot Serenade, and it's going to be on Shelter from the Smoke, which will be released in October, as I said. There's a restless wind in your garden out here in the night, with your violets waving so softly right here in the light, and the trees shake their leaves with thousands to spend. I've been a long time gone, darling, baby, how have you been? Well, I've had my heart stretched out like a tarp in a transfusion sky, where bewildered lips of mad ghost children sigh, and the stars form their tragedies at 10. I would never have believed, darling, you'd ever come back here again. Well, I just came from a valley where 10,000 brass muskets blow to steal a sapphire from the shadow of a crow. But do your petals open up to the wind? I'm a long time coming, darling, I want to kiss you once again. I should give you shelter from this smoke, if you're kind and you're careful to watch how you joke. And I would gladly lend my ear for a song as the night gets so silent and long. And if you'll wake me before you leave once again, then I do believe that maybe, darling, I just might let you in. She woke up and shook in fright, all alone in the middle of the night, wondering where I was just because. But no longer does she wonder why. She just stares at the stars up in the sky and cries. And she knows it's an ode to Charlie Rose. 30-second news reports, much too shallow, much too short, with sugar-coated kids, microphones and bits. Well, you wonder why I'm drunk all the time. Mellows my head, it eases my mind. I scream it out my lungs, and she knows it's an ode to Charlie Rose. In 13 of my chamber rooms, someone's there to heal my wounds, flashing on that great 28. Oh, I scribbled words to PBS about the man I love the best. I never try to hide, and she knows it's an ode to Charlie Rose.
That was Bill Fox live on KCRW at Morning Becomes Eclectic. Why are you laughing? You're giggling away there.
I'm just giggling.
Yeah.
I'm just giggling.
What was the last song again? An Ode to Charlie Rose?
Ode to Charlie Rose.
You got to tell me how you wrote that song.
I don't remember. It was so long ago, I can't remember.
You're up late one night.
Oh, I watched that guy every night.
Yeah.
Remember when he was on CBS? He'd be on for like 2 hours. At 2 a.m., he'd be on for another 2 hours.
Just going on.
I sit and watch the whole thing.
And are you an insomniac or something?
Yeah,
I'm
a night person.
I guess you must be. And what was the song that you did before that one?
Well, that was Lot Serenade.
Okay. Well, Bill, we appreciate it. As I said, you spending some time with us here this morning.
Nick, thanks for having me.
Good luck with the album. The album is by Bill Fox. It's called, I'll let you say it.
Transit Byzantium.
And it's available on the Spin Art record label. And you're going to be re-releasing the other CD that you released yourself last year, later on this year.
That's coming out in the fall.